Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day so far. Today we're going to review Voiceover and some commands, some basic commands that you should probably have already practiced and should be practicing whenever you're using your iPad. Okay, so we're going to just review some of the basic commands and make sure your iPad is ready, your keyboard is ready to go, and here we go. So the first thing you would want to do is make sure your voiceover is on. So if you have an iPad that has a home button, you would probably hit that 3 times real fast. So 1, 2, 3. And it takes you to your accessibility shortcut. And mine, let me see if I can zoom. I have Zoom and voiceover on mine. So I would turn on voiceover.
Voiceover on. Translate. Double tap to open. Landscape. Home button to the right.
So now it tells me my voiceover is on. However, if you have a new iPad and do not have the home button on your screen, the home button, it's usually your power button. So wherever you turn on your iPad or turn off your iPad, that's going to be your home or how you would turn on your device. So I'm going to zoom out here, and my iPad is facing me, and my power button is on the top right-hand corner, and there's a button. You kind of have to really look for it because it's a little hidden up there, and you would hit that 3 times. You would go 1, 2, 3, and you should be able to see your accessibility pop up, and that will turn on and off your voiceover, okay? So try that if you have the new iPad, and we'll wait for you to turn on your voiceover. Okay, so now that your voiceover is on, I turned up my volume a little bit. One of the things you have to know to begin with is on your iPad, you have your VO keys, and those keys are usually on the bottom left hand, very bottom left hand, and they're usually the 2 in the middle. So make sure you find your control and your alt or option key, and those are going to be your VO keys. Those are the 2 keys we're going to hold down to kind of control our iPad, okay? So those 2 keys are going to be a lifesaver for you. So VO keys, you hold those down. So whenever I say VO, I mean voice over keys. So your 2 VO keys are your control and your option, okay? So that's one thing you should remember all the time. So let me get here. Okay, so I need to figure out how to navigate my iPad. I have voiceover on. How do I navigate and listen to what is on my iPad? So I'm just going to use my arrow keys, my right arrow key, and I'm just going to navigate.
App Store. Double tap to open. Calendar. Tuesday, October 6th. Clock. 10:05 a.m. Maps. Double tap to open.
So if I keep pressing on my right key, it's going to take me all the way through all my apps on here. However, if I want to go back and it's like, oh, Annabelle, I need to go to the App Store. Just use the opposite key, your left key,
Calendar. Tuesday, App Store.
to navigate. And the same thing, if you want to go forward, use your right key.
Calendar. Clock. Maps. Map folder. 2 apps. Double tap to open.
However, if you know what app you want, go and search for that app. So let's say, for example, I want Epic.
Double tap to open. Google folder. 6 Epic. Double tap to open.
Ooh, I want Epic, but it tells me double tap to open. But I don't want to use my screen. I'm going to use my commands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press my VO keys. Remember, the 2 on the bottom. So your VO keys, hold them down. VO keys, voiceover keys, hold them down and hit the space bar once. And then let go.
Epic. Loading. Ellipsis.
Ooh, so I activated it. I selected it and I went in it. That's exactly what you need to do. Let's practice that one more time. So go ahead and hit escape or your home button. It's usually on the top left-hand corner, and hit that. Or, here's another Voiceover key. If you want to go home, don't ever forget this one. VO key, press down, and then just hit H for home.
Epic. Double tap to open.
And it took us to home. Yay, we did it. Okay, I want you to practice that. Practice selecting different apps and opening them up and then closing them by going home or hitting your escape button. Practice that for a little bit, please. Hit pause and practice those. Okay, so now you know how to navigate through your apps, right? Using your arrow right and left. And now you know how to select by using your VO keys and hitting space to select. And then you also know how to get home by using your VO key and hitting H for home, or using your escape button or your home button on the upper left-hand corner. Okay, so your next VO key command, are you ready for this one? I want you to practice the app switcher. So what we're going to do, and you'll know what I'm talking about once you see it. So I want you to press down your VO keys again. And this time I want you to hit the H twice and then let go. So VO key down is what I'm doing. And then H, 1, 2.
App switcher. Epic. Active. Swipe up with 3 fingers to close the app. Actions available.
There, and it took me to it. I'm an app switcher. Sometimes you will realize, oh my goodness, my app or my iPad is so slow, and it's because you have so many things open up and we need to get rid of them, okay? So one thing you're going to do is, instead of using the screen to kind of get rid of them, because you know you usually use the screen to swipe up and it will get rid of them, I want you to hit your arrow key, your up arrow key. So hit that once and just listen.
Close Epic.
Oh, did you hear that? It said close Epic. And I want to close Epic. So remember, how do we select? Well, we use VO, hit VO, press down, and then select by hitting your space bar and see what happens.
Closing Epic. Translate. Current action. Close translate.
Ooh, it closed Epic for me. So let's close translate, and let's close maybe 3 or 4 more. You ready? VO space or VO and then space.
Closing translate. Finger paint. Current action. Close finger paint.
Yep, I want to close finger paint. So VO space.
Closing finger paint. Sounding BRD. Current action. Close sounding BRD.
Yep, I want to close that one. VO space.
Closing sounding BR. Magnetic ABC. Current action. Close magnetic ABC.
I want to close that one too. VO space.
Closing magnetic ABC. Trace numbers. Current action. Close trace numbers.
So practice this. I have a lot, as you can see, open, so I need to get rid of all of them. See if you can get rid of all of them, so that way your iPad is not too slow. Don't forget VO. Let's go back and see if we can practice that again. Okay, so I'm back home and I want to open my app switcher. So I'm going to do VO key. Do you remember what it was? Yes, HH. VO, press down, and then HH twice.
App switcher. Trace numbers. Swipe up with 3 fingers to close the app. Swipe up or down to select a custom action. Then double tap to activate.
Okay, so this is very tricky. When you first start, you have to use your up arrow key to make sure it's where you want it, because you want to get rid of these. So I'm going to touch one arrow key up.
Close trace numbers.
And it said close trace numbers. That's exactly what I want it to say. So now to close, VO space.
Closing trace numbers. Wheels on bus.
VO space. I want to close that.
Current action.
VO space.
Closing cart puzzle.
But
Current action.
I don't want to close the rest of them. So I just want to go home. Do you remember how to do that? Go ahead and do it if you remember. VOH to go home. And that is it, my friends. You did it! That was not too hard, was it? Okay, so VO is voiceover. So you just practiced going home. You practice selecting, opening an app. You practice navigating, going from app to app. And you practice getting rid of open apps by using your app switcher. So your voiceover HH. So you practice quite a bit. So practice some of these, continue to practice, and please try to use them daily when you are working on your device. Let me know how it goes, and I hope this video was very helpful for you. We'll see you later. Bye.